Hello, everybody. Brady, Charlie, Garriott, we are here. This is not your normal weekly podcast. We are doing some Summerslam, NXT Takeover predictions. We'll talk about some go-home show stuff as we go. We'll hit the major points. But first, Charlie, we have 4 matches on Takeover. 5 matches on Takeover. Your normal 5, right?
Can't go wrong with that.
However, we have 15. Not exaggerating. 15 matches on SummerSlam, including the pre-show. Is that too many matches? It's a 7-hour show.
I mean, if you're feeling wrestling that day, no. But on a normal humanized day, yes, that is too many.
See, the issue is, Garrett, Sunday is the only day I have free. Like, from work. I normally working all day Saturday on stuff. And I don't know, man. Do I dare commit to 7 straight hours of wrestling?
I would recommend getting ahead of your work and then finishing up what you have left on Sunday morning and then just get wasted.
and then here's the issue, man. These esports got to coordinate together. All right. The two esports that I watch all the time, Call of Duty and Dota. Those are the 2 that I like to watch. Every once in a while, I'll tune into CSGO just to see how Optic's doing because I like following Optic as an organization. But if you didn't know, the International, the big Dota tournament, the top team plays for $4 million every year. It's probably higher.
I did not know that, actually.
It's the biggest tournament of the year. I'll look it up right now. TI8 payouts. The International is massive for Dota. That's happening today, right now, through Sunday. And then the Call of Duty World Championships, their biggest tournament of the year, is today through Sunday. And then we've got TakeOver and SummerSlam. So I'm going to be busy, dude. I'm going to try to watch everything. I might have to, tape my monitors to the top of my TV and maybe have all 3 going at once. But the question is, what goes on the monitors and what goes on the TV?
Ooh. Might have to throw wrestling on the TV.
Yeah.
I'd probably agree.
I think wrestling's a TV one.
Yeah, so the total prize pool last year hasn't been released for 18 yet or whatever. The total prize pool, right there, $24,414,647 for the prize pool. Dota is genius, by the way. I know I don't want to go off on a tangent. We get a lot to get through. But Dota, the way that they determine their prize pool for who wins, they take all of the money through in-game purchases that you buy. So if I buy loot crates in Dota, my money goes towards the prize pool for the International.
Wow, that's cool.
That's smart business.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So,
good way to keep the revenue going, too.
TakeOver Brooklyn 4. As Garrett said before we went on air, it feels like we just did TakeOver Brooklyn 3 predictions. But we're here. TakeOver Brooklyn 4. This is their home. The new home WWE is in Brooklyn. It's not Madison Square Garden anymore. Say I'm wrong.
Oh, you're not. I agree.
SummerSlam's in Barclays. Everything's big. We're kicking off the show, probably, with Velveteen Dream versus EC3. Garrett, I'm throwing it to you first.
I honestly think Velveteen's just he's on such a tear, and I think EC3 is established enough, as a wrestler, just in the wrestling community for people that are watching NXT. We're usually generally more into it, so I'd say EC3 can take a first major loss and be okay.
So you're going Velveteen. You're going with the Dream.
The Dream.
Early.
So that's a hard pick because I could go the opposite here and say Velveteen Dream can afford to lose, whereas EC3 loses his first big. Is this his first TakeOver match? I think other than the
ladder match.
Other than the ladder, this is his first singles match, right?
Yes.
I mean, I think he's got to win, and I think he goes after your North American or NXT title after this. He's not going to be in NXT too long.
I agree. So that's why I think EC3, I agree with everything Charlie said. Velveteen Dream could probably lose every match of his whole career and be that damn entertaining to where he can work every single time. So I'm taking EC3.
I think just this one specifically, EC3 needs it.
And
they want to do something with him.
There's no reason EC3 can't go up there, turn Elias completely face, and have EC3 and Elias shoot and gab at each other on the mic. I'd be down. NXT Tag Team Championship, Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain. Undisputed Era is the current champions. I'll go first this time. I just think Undisputed Era. God, I keep saying Undisputed Area. They're too good. So I'm taking Undisputed. Mustache Mountain's great, but yeah. Garrett?
Yeah, I don't think it's time for Mustache Mountain yet. I think they may get the tag titles either on the last time we see the Undisputed Era on NXT, or if not, then they'll maybe get the next shot after whoever takes them off. So, yeah, I think Undisputed Era is just too good to not keep those belts on for a long time.
Charlie?
Yeah, they dropped them, picked them right back up. They're 2-time champs. And I think a big part of it is I think Mustache is going to end up actually in the UK division. So I think they're going to hop ship after this with Pete Dunne, and this will kind of be their last. It'll be their last and first thing on a takeover.
Yeah, they deserve it. You know, it's a good little showcase for Mustache Mountain, right?
Yeah, I mean these teams put on the first ever 5-star match in Full Sail, so it was a big deal for NXT. Those guys really took highly to it too. They accepted the challenge.
Well, let's stick on board with you, Charlie. Shayna Baszler defending her title against Kairi Sane. Who you got?
I think I'm sticking with Baszler. I feel she's going to keep going until one of these Mae Young girls takes it, and not Kairi yet.
I'm going to agree with you, not just because I hate Kairi Sane. She is trash. But Shayna Baszler, a lot of people thought she just sucked. She didn't, let's be honest, she didn't show a lot during the Mae Young Classic when she debuted. But she has gotten so damn good on the mic. Like,
fantastic.
So good as a bully. She's come so far as champion. And if you look at the next people in line, they're all faces. Candice LeRae, who's the chick with the hair. I'm going crazy.
I'm blanking. Bianca
Belair. Whoever wins or loses the Mae Young Classic, it's easy money. Garrett?
Yeah, I think it's another one of those things where every so often we get into these kind of loops, I guess you would call them, where the champions are just so good you just don't want to see them lose the belts. The exception to that being you find somebody like Tommaso Ciampa that can just come in, take the title, and it's like, oh man, that's a bigger deal than him keeping the title, you know, like. So yeah, I see that. Yeah, absolutely, Baszler.
Adam Cole versus Ricochet. Adam Cole defending his his NXT North American Championship. I'm more inclined to lean with Cole retains the title, just because I think Ricochet could go up, and with how good 205 Live is, if they really want to make it must see, you throw Ricochet on it now. I will take Ricochet against literally anyone on that 205 Live roster, and it used to seem like a huge demotion, but I think it would be great. And I don't know, I just like seeing Undisputed and Adam Cole rocking the titles. So I hope it continues. Charlie?
Undisputed and Adam Cole have made themselves the biggest thing in NXT. You know, they're the biggest thing since everyone was all freaking out about Balor, you know, when he was the guy. So they're definitely in that spot where it's almost like you don't see how they won't do well on the next level, especially if they keep him as a unit. The unit's so beautiful. Such a beautiful unit. And I'm with you. Adam Cole, keeping it going.
And what's great is the NXT, the North American Championship, actually seems important. That's the one that Cole said he really wanted. And so it doesn't seem like it's lesser than the NXT Championship right now, which is great. Garrett?
Yeah, I mean, as we've said, sometimes when it works, it just works. And if there's enough faces on the roster for your heels to who are almost better faces than your faces in a way, you know, if and that's the great thing about NXT is there's no one's really a heel in NXT. Even Andrade Almas, as all of his stuff he did, you never really are a heel in NXT. You don't hit that until you hit your stride. So yeah.
Well, the fans are so hardcore that they just respect good matches and good work all around. So it's hard to be a real heel. That's why Ciampa's done so well. Speaking of Ciampa, Garrett, before you make your prediction, you're going to go first. It's kind of a blessing that they decided to get the belt off of Black and into Ciampa's hands before this, right? Or else this would have been what, for a vacant title, I guess. So
yeah.
So I mean, look, you know, hindsight's 2020. I mean, it ended up being a blessing. It kind of sucks Black's not in this match. He had to get pulled out of it. He has a groin injury, as we talked about last week. But who do you have in this? Do you have Johnny Gargano falling farther into the pit of despair, or do you have Gargano finally being triumphant?
See, and the interesting thing is I can see an argument for both, because if you push Gargano even further down, then when he finally does win the title, because I'm sure they're going to run this back at the next takeover unless Black is back, which he might be because we have a long wait between these, but especially in the middle of the year. But I think if they wanted to right now, this would be the time. If you wanted to make a super face out of Gargano even further than beyond what he's already become, so I'm taking him in this match. I don't think Ciampa's going to be hurt by losing the title right away because he'll just get a shot again. So
I also forgot to mention that this is a last man standing match. So yeah,
true.
Charlie,
when we were talking about Undisputed Era, Bucks fan chimed in. He said, "I hope they lose all their titles and make their debut Monday night. Raw Tag Division needs help." That's something we will definitely be talking about when we get into SummerSlam, because
SummerSlam, day after SummerSlam is a big call-up day. That's why I'm saying, man, EC3, Undisputed, Adam Cole.
There's a lot of meat there.
If Baszler drops it, she's guaranteed to come up and help out Rousey.
Yeah. Appreciate you stopping in, Bucks fan.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm with you, man. I'm torn here. I could see both. I can make cases for both. But I just think Ciampa is the best heel NXT's ever had, and they know keeping that belt on him keeps the heat on him, like an immense, And I think at Survivor Series that'll be kind of a weirder person for him to face, probably like an Ono, someone who hasn't really been involved in takeovers recently. Kind of, one of those defenses like a Tommy's was against Bobby Roode, where we hadn't really seen a Tommy, but so I think they keep it on Ciampa.
Regardless of who wins this match, I gotta say, I never thought that I'd see a better storyline in NXT after the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn feud, and this is one of the best feuds I've ever seen. This is my favorite feud since probably Jericho and Shawn Michaels when Jericho came back, when they were both kind of back. And
when Jericho accidentally punched Shawn Michaels' wife in the face?
Yes. Have you listened to an interview with Michaels? He was like, I felt so bad. And Michael said it was like totally his fault.
He was supposed to take the punch, right? Or something like that?
I mean, no, it's just and Jericho says he felt horrible for it because Michaels didn't prep his wife like good enough. He didn't know that she didn't know how to take it, and Shawn just Jericho just straight smacked her. But Michael said that it actually had real anger, and that's what made the segment so good. I'm gonna take Ciampa beating Gargano here as well. I'm gonna side with Charlie on this one, simply because there's more to be told with this story. Even though that's crazy, usually we're sick of storylines by this time, but they've done such a good job with it, not just on NXT TV, but on social media, everything. And I think I love this Gargano. Let's keep breaking him down, man. As a character, keep breaking him down. Make Candice LeRae leave him on TV because he's too obsessed with beating Ciampa and doesn't give her the time at home. Make it to where he has literally nothing left. And then she comes out and we have this Miss Elizabeth moment where they celebrate together when Ciampa finally goes down and Gargano wins that title at the Mania takeover.
Yeah.
SummerSlam. Okay, this match is listed as pre-show. I don't know if I hope it is or not. This would be a hot way to start, though. Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega versus Rusev and Lana. Either way, this needs to either open up SummerSlam or open up the pre-show. It needs to open up something because the crowd's going to be hot for this match. Garrett.
So the interesting thing about this is because it's a tag match, you can technically there's a lot more outcomes to this because it's not going to hurt either of the guys in the match because they've got somebody else in the match that they could technically blame it on if they lost or whatever. Whereas a mixed tag match is even further because, and this is going to sound weird, but when they're involved, the match suddenly takes more of a less intense, I guess I would say. I cut off.
You're good.
We hear you. It's just you just.
I'm back. I was saying it's usually less intense because they can't do all the same stuff that the men can necessarily do, as in as difficult. I'm not trying to be like sexist here, just throwing that out there. But anyway,
as far as just regular like pure athleticism, usually the women don't deliver as much.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to find a better way to say it. But yeah, anyway, so I think weirdly, because Andrade is still on his rise, I think that's why I rationalized in my head he could maybe lose this match because Rusev has just been on such a face tear for so long. Like seeing him lose a big match like this, and it's cool that it's already being looked at as like semi-big match because people recognize Almas as like, oh, this is a dude that we can get behind or hate, and then so on with Rusev. So yeah, go Rusev Day.
All right, so Garrett's going with Rusev Day. I'm going to go with Rusev and Lana as well, simply because I'm so excited that they cut a legit babyface promo on TV this week for the first time ever. Have they been full on babyface, and man, the crowd popped for it. It's basically a new character, and since it's a new character, I think you got to roll with it. I think Almas can lose. Charlie,
dude, they were such baby faces. Aiden English was getting booed. they were like, "Come on, man, you're screwing over our boys, screwing over I guess our couple."
Whoa, man, hold on. What are you insinuating?
So on TV, it's Zelina 2, Lana 0, and I think they're gonna keep it going. I think 3-0. So Almas and Vega. I think it's Vega pinning Lana. That'll be mine. What did you guys say? Do
you think Aiden costs it for him?
I almost think. I don't know, man. I don't know if he can cost it better than he did last week by shoving Almas and then be like, "Oh yeah," and then meanwhile, Lana just got pinned.
It happens. All right.
Cheering after shoving Almas, like that's what you get.
He's a little goofy.
That was pretty good.
We have the Boss and Hug Connection versus Riot Squad. For everyone that was like, "Yeah, man, let's save let's save Bailey and Sasha. They'll do something better at SummerSlam. Let's not put them on Mania." Yeah, this is what we get. Although Ruby Riott came back and wrestled a match, she looked great. I like the Riot Squad. However, I don't know. This is not good. I'm taking the Riot Squad. There's no just for the sheer fact, please do something with Sasha and Bailey. Put them on Raw and have them beat the crap out of each other for an hour. I don't even care. Just do something with them, please. Don't have them beat this whatever. And unless you're throwing the women's tag titles on them, whatever. Charlie,
I don't know. I'm very curious how they'll do those tags, but I'm going Boss and Hug. I don't know. I feel like we've seen this match 30 times. Not trying to be funny, but I literally think we've seen it over 10 times.
Garrett.
Yeah, I don't understand who benefits from this match, no matter who they win. Sometimes we find a match where we don't really understand how anyone's going to benefit because one person will benefit and the other person won't. In this scenario, I don't know who benefits no matter what they win. So I guess I'll go Boss and Hug because it seems that's the way they're going. But I just don't know what the point of the Riot Squad being in this match is.
The Rock and Sock connection, like at least it rhymed. Boss and Hug does nothing. It's not a good game. It's not a good name. They need to break them up. Sorry, Garrett, who'd you take? I didn't.
Boss and Hug. Yeah.
I thought. I just wanted to make sure. All right. Cedric Alexander is defending his title against Drew Gulak. They've been putting on good matches. They haven't really been pumping up Alexander lately. I think they might think it's a good time. Once again, I hope Ricochet gets called up sooner rather than later, and I think Gulak holds the title for a very little amount of time. But I'm taking Gulak to win the title, drop it to Ricochet very quickly. Garrett.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I think Gulak put in a lot of work when they sold the cruiserweights on Raw all the time, and he really proved himself. And I haven't watched, as you guys know, I haven't really watched a 205 Live. However, I understand that he's probably still doing some good stuff over there. And I pray that we get the full PowerPoint presentation after he wins the title.
Wouldn't that be something?
Charlie?
Their money feud's Alexander versus Leo Rush, and they're doing that with the title, so Alexander wins.
I'm down with it.
That's all Leo Rush talks about, and that's kind of what they still talk about it when Alexander's out. So I think that's the money feud.
But does it have to be for the title?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's a match I think Leo Rush can pull a serious heel move after Alexander drops the belt and just attack him anyway.
I think Alexander's a great heel. I think Alexander should be frustrated with the loss and be. I think he should beat the other crap out of Leo Rush on the next episode of 205 Live.
I've seen Alexander's work as a heel. It's not bad. You know what I mean?
He's good. It looked better when he was bigger because Alexander was a bigger guy. Remember, he was the guy that dropped like 40 pounds in 2 months to get on.
Yeah, that was his gimmick. Was that he was the guy that dropped all that weight in the cruiserweight division, which I think is cool.
Yeah. We got. So this is what I have listed as kicking off the main show: Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day. I think I'm taking the Bludgeons to win this one. I think if Undisputed Era debuts as a tag team, there's no way they're not getting cheered. So I'm taking the Bludgeons, and maybe Undisputed will get in a nice little feud with them. Garrett.
Yeah, I mean the New Day don't need it. Everyone knows that. The New Day could lose this match in a really devastating way, and it would not hurt them one bit. It may even, it may be one of those things too where they do that, and then the New Day go and break up, and they all go on to do better stuff anyway.
Give me the triple threat with the New Day at fucking WrestleMania. Sorry, swearing, but dude,
it's all good. It's all good.
Give that to me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, yeah. And you know what? Weirdly, I think Big E needs to go over in that match.
Absolutely. Charlie.
5-time champs. New Day are winning. I think the work that they've been putting in is great. And, I mean, there's teams that they can face. SmackDown's tag division is insanely good. That's the thing about SmackDown. There's no dead weight.
That's true. Garrett, Bobby Lashley versus Elias.
The Rock wins. No.
That'd be great.
No, he wins the segment, but Elias isn't gonna win this match, right? Not the way they've been booking Bobby.
No.
If Lesnar retains, they got to go with Lashley. So
got to keep him up, I guess. If The Rock's not involved with this, I guess that's the way I see it going. But because I think this match may not happen if The Rock beats up Elias. So
that's guaranteeing that The Rock's gonna be there.
No, I'm saying if it doesn't go, that's why I'm picking Lashley. But on the off chance that The Rock does show up, I think that match won't happen.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Charlie?
I'm with you. Bobby Lashley. I think they should just keep getting him these wins so when, he goes to face he's a face. I mean, he could go after Ziggler next or, whatever.
That's what I was thinking. I think Lashley Ziggler would be good. With the amateur wrestling background for both of them, I think they'd put on a great match, a nice clinical match. We don't see that all that much. It's like if Zack Sabre were to come to WWE, how odd the matches would seem to a lot of people because he's just so different. I think Lashley and Ziggler could put on some good stuff. Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin. There's no way Balor is losing this match. Don't try to tell me otherwise, Charlie.
I'm going to try and tell you otherwise.
Oh, my God.
That doesn't mean I'm picking it, though. But, no, I don't know. It's Constable Corbin. He'll hit his pretty moves. They'll get big reactions. Finn will smile. I saw this tweet. It was like Finn used to be some demon-possessed gang leader, and now he's just a guy who smiles, and that got me laughing. Finn's winning. I hope they do something with him soon, but
Garrett.
The Balor Club.
There he goes.
Did I get cut off right when I said that? That's
you're good. You're good.
No, you're good. We heard it.
Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus.
Well, at least the shirt didn't make it on at all. There we go. Balor Club, all the way.
The Balor Club.
The Balor Club.
Carmella versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte in a triple threat. Becky Lynch and Charlotte screw each other over, and Carmella ends up getting the win, retaining. Charlie.
Carmella, yeah. I same thing. I'm with you on that. Before I would have said Becky.
If this was a one-on-one match, absolutely Becky Lynch would win, but It's not. So
They've been
gonna be Carmella.
They've been teasing like I don't know what they call a bromance for women, but they've been teasing the bromance between Becky Lynch and Charlotte so much that it feels obvious that they're gonna screw each other over, right? They're like, we love each other and we just don't want Carmella to win. Carmella.
Fable.
She is good. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. This arguably could be the main event of the night. It mark my words, it is going to steal the show. I just hope that they don't cut it short. There's a reason why I put the match after this in the spot that I did, because that's going to be the match that's absolutely going to get cut. So theoretically, you got to have something that's going to run long in front of it. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz is that match. You know what? I'm gonna throw it to someone else first. Charlie, go.
All right, so I've had my theories on this match. I think you have to have Miz win this one. Miz has to win round 1. That's my thing. To keep it going, Miz has to win. I think they're gonna do the Johnny and tomorrow. Remember we were just talking about it. I mean, that great feud in NXT, great feud in WWE right now.
But it has
started with the title.
But it has nothing to do with the writers. That's my issue with this feud, is that if we let it keep going, the writers are going to screw it up, and it's going to be terrible at Mania.
It could, but I think it's going to be for the title at Mania and in the main event.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did our whole talk about it a couple weeks ago. That would be great. Garrett.
I'm taking Kota Ibushi in this match.
Nice.
No. Dude, Ibushi's is great. Anyway, this is a little sidebar. But I guess the Miz. So yeah, I agree with Charlie. That's kind of how you keep it going, because if the heel gets the rub, then the babyface can chase him for a bit, you know. And Daniel Bryan and Miz don't need a title for them to chase. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it'd be cool to see Daniel Bryan win, but I don't think I think if you end that feud too early, you're not only missing an opportunity, but as much as you don't want it to turn into crap feud at Mania, most of them do. So, you know.
The thing I love about this storyline is that anyone that's looking at it logically, like how we always said, like with the Jinder Roman feud that was going on, Jinder was the face the whole time. Roman was just a douche, right? The whole time. Anyone that's looking at it from an outside perspective, you're like, oh, Roman's the heel, but he's supposed to be the babyface. Daniel Bryan, the way that he just dismisses the Miz as this person that he's only a reality TV star and he's not good in the ring and he's soft. That sure, maybe that held water 10 years ago, but the Miz doesn't get hurt. He's always entertaining. He's a former world champion. He's done all of these accolades. He's earned his stripes. And Daniel Bryan comes across as the pompous indie guy that claims that since he's an indie guy, he's better than the Miz because he's not an indie guy. And I like that even though Daniel Bryan is clearly the face, he's got that little flaw that he will not give the Miz credit. And that's why the Miz is going to win this match.
You know, the last time we saw something like exactly like that, I would say, was when Austin Aries and Neville were feuding, because Austin Aries always had that sort of attitude. Neville was an indie guy, but Neville, I mean, I don't know how long Neville's career was on the indies, but I'm sure it wasn't as long as in America as Austin Aries' American career was, you know. So, yeah. And you know, so and that was the last time. It was always so great about Aries. He was a good guy in his feuds, but he was a dick. You know.
Yeah. The B team versus the Revival. I think this lasts about 2 minutes. The B team gets a win by Revival slipping on a banana peel. Charlie.
You know, we never know how many titles are going to change. And, man, I'm with you, dude. The banana peel wins, they do get kind of funny. But in a one-on-one, I don't know. Or, you know what I mean. I'm going to go B team, though, in this scenario.
Garrett?
B team, go, go, go.
Best theme song of all time. Tell me I'm wrong.
Too good.
Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins in the this should have been a ladder match. You know what's really weird about this? Okay, we saw the return of Dean Ambrose, and he is looking swole AF, right? on Smack or Raw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's weird. Normally, I hate tag team matches, but do you guys agree with me that I would rather see a tag match? And
oh yeah,
dude, this tag match would be insane.
I want to see Dean versus McIntyre kick the crap out of each other. That's what I want to see. All right, I'll go first for this one again. I think that Ziggler retains. For the sake of what I want to happen, I hope Dean hits Rollins right in the back where the chair. Oh, I would feel good. Because he replaced him right away with Jordan, and what a story you could tell. So I'm taking Ziggler. Garrett.
Yeah, because I don't think Ziggler and McIntyre need to lose the title just yet. I think McIntyre could hold that Universal belt, even if he's the one that has to take it out of Brock's hands. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a justifiable story with how much carnage he's reaped, since he's been. So, and I think it'd be really cool if then after he's done with Roman at SummerSlam, if that's the way it goes, then Paul Heyman came out and be like what he did with Roman Reigns a year or so ago, where he was like, we have one person we want to fight. It's Drew McIntyre, or something like that. And then Ziggler's music hits and everyone's like, what? Come on.
Yeah. Charlie.
If the shirt wasn't a spoiler warning, Dolph Ziggler's the man. So yeah,
he is.
I want Ziggler to retain, but I don't know what they do with Rollins after this, because he's so hot that if they do this Dean program, it could work. Dean is a heel, so I'm down either way.
I mean, we could do this thing where Rollins just isn't wrestling all that much. It makes us crave watching him wrestle. We've seen him so much that maybe he needs a little cool off from the wrestling. We see Ambrose go after the title, and they just switch spots, and we get an Ambrose Ziggler, and then Rollins gets a little jealous if Ambrose wins the title.
Our Hell in a Cell matches could be non-title matches, Hardy and Orton, and then Rollins and Ambrose. These blood feuds that really get us excited.
Oh, I would love that. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. This is ending in about 3 seconds, I think. I don't know. I keep picking first, but I don't know. To me, it seems obvious that Nakamura is going to win because they need to do something else with Hardy, and Orton's going to cost Jeff Hardy. I don't know. To me, this seems like the most clear-cut one of the night, other than Balor. Charlie?
Yeah, Nakamura.
Garrett?
I see this going 5 to 10 minutes, and then RKO ends it.
Yep.
So DQ.
Garrett,
DQ. Garrett
will stick with you. Bliss, Rousey for the title. We've got the proven commodity versus the what does she say? The overhyped rookie. Rousey's got some shoes to fill. Her own shoes. Keep in mind, Rousey's only 2 matches on pay-per-view so far. Both of them arguably stole the show. That's her expectation, is to steal the show every time. So,
yeah. I'm not sure that they're going to steal the show on this one, because I think one problem they might have run into when trying to come up with this match is if she throws Alexa hard enough, she could pull her arm out of her socket with those judo flips,
Yep.
I don't know that that's something that judo does, so judo experts leave me alone, but she's shown that she has the ability to pop that arm out. It's probably not secured perfectly, you know what I mean? Anyway. I think Ronda has to win here. If they put her in 2 title matches and find a way for her to not win, yes, that's going to build up I want to see her win. But if they put the belt on her, the reaction is going to be insane.
Oh my God, yeah. Charlie,
it'll go everywhere. I mean, this is a news outlet.
Oh, this is an ESPN lead the show type of thing.
Ronda Rousey wins WWE Women's Championship. Yeah, I think it's time. I mean, it's been 5 months. She's proven all that she really needs to prove at this point. And yeah, give her the belt and let her have fun with it.
I agree.
Give her the belt and then give her a heel Ember Moon after a bunch of losses.
Every match she's in feels important.
No. You know what happens, dude? Rousey wins the title. And as soon as she wins it and she's just celebrating, crying, out of nowhere comes Shayna Baszler and destroys her.
Yeah. You got options, man.
Rousey get to go straight to the main roster. Baszler had to go earn her stripes, and Baszler is arguably the better character right now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's not taking anything away from Ronda. Ronda's just not got very much acting acumen yet. You know what I mean? Like
the jealous ex-best friend. Oh.
Braun
Strowman is defending his Money in the Bank briefcase against Kevin Owens. For the sheer reason, for this reason only, Kevin Owens with the briefcase is more interesting. Strowman could simply go ask for a title match, and Kurt Angle would be stupid to not give it to him. So I'm going to go Kevin Owens. It's more interesting. Charlie.
They've done these briefcase matches in the past. It's never happened where it's changed. The winner of the briefcase has always been the one to cash in.
No. It happened once.
No one lost it, though.
No. Yeah, someone lost it. Hold on. Was it Mr. Kennedy that won it? Someone won it in a match and then cashed it in on someone. I'll look it up while we're going, but continue.
All right, yeah, and either way, I mean, it's time. Kevin Owens wins this match. I think the work that he's put in, they've taken notice. Like, oh damn, okay, we got something. He's back.
Anytime they put
him in last year, man, are you kidding me? Those SmackDown storylines.
Anytime they put a stipulation on if somebody loses anyway, there's going to probably be a DQ or at least an attempted DQ. So, I mean, if Strowman wins this match, it would be kind of weird, right? Like, why would they set this up in the first place unless that's clearly, I mean, this is like, in the comic book terms, like a retroactive continuity right now. This is them saying, I don't know that we made the right decision at Money in the Bank. We've had some time to think about it. We haven't done anything with it yet, and we're probably not going to. The reality of it is, though, if Strowman does win, then what I predicted like 6 months ago or whatever, not really, but, you know, like it feels like that when we were at Money in the Bank will happen because Strowman will then cash in because it wouldn't make sense any other way if that's the way it goes. You know what I mean? Unless he's just going to wait when after, I'm sure it's going to be a grueling match for Brock, right? It has to be. Otherwise, if Roman doesn't win, what are you doing with Roman at that point? You know, like,
yeah.
This is the problem with this show is that I think ultimately there's a lot of storylines that are weirdly interconnected in a way that you wouldn't expect, and they kind of depend upon each other for certain things to happen. But that doesn't mean that they're going to signal things. It just means that if something goes away we don't expect, it might be really bad for a later match in the show. So,
yeah. So remind me of who you guys picked, Charlie. Sorry, I was looking something up.
Owens.
Okay,
so we all went Owens. It feels right for Owens to have the briefcase.
It does.
Who else? Honestly, pick one person besides him and The Miz that could do better with that. That's on the main roster. Maybe Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe's doing better stuff right now, so I don't care.
You're not wrong. I'm still gonna look this up because it's gonna bother me. But anyway, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe could go on last, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Garrett, go ahead.
You don't even have to ask me my pick. I don't think I've ever not picked AJ in my entire life. I think if you go back, and I'm sure I picked one time where I wanted him to lose because of storyline or something, but that was like completely like booking was where my head was. It wasn't like picking based off who I like is definitely Styles every time.
Yeah. Charlie.
I am so torn with this one in particular, but I'm gonna go AJ.
I think it's time. Joe's taking it.
Very well could.
I've got the feeling. Samoa Joe's been doing too good work, and the fact that Vince McMahon has been more hands off with SmackDown, that has been reported that he's been missing a lot of SmackDowns and even some Raws. The fact that there's a little more creative freedom from the wrestlers has allowed Samoa Joe to thrive, and AJ Styles has held the title for over 500 days now.
That's insane.
In combined reigns?
This reign.
This current reign is 500 days. He's had it for over a year. That's insane. You don't even realize it because he's been such a good champion on SmackDown. You didn't need to switch it for that whole time,
I mean, when did he lose it? Is he a 2-time champ?
Yeah, he's held the belt twice, I want to say. I want to say he won it, and then he faced Cena those times, and then he lost it to Cena. And then he didn't win it back until he won it recently.
He won it off Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Combined, he's over 500.
He's got it easily.
Oh, maybe that's it then. I forgot.
By the way, I'd like to point out, if Samoa Joe wins this match, I'm not going to be upset because I've been a Samoa Joe's fan since the days in TNA when he was the Samoan submission machine. I mean, like, that's...
Yeah, I'm not mad if Joe wins either. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a good match either way.
I don't know. I think it's time for Samoa Joe.
It's time! Sorry. UFC.
oh yeah, Bruce Buffer is the man. All right. There are a lot of ways that this main event could go. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. They could have Paul Heyman turn on Lesnar. They could have Paul Heyman cost Reigns and help Lesnar win. They could have Paul Heyman do nothing, but Reigns come out and beat Lesnar to a bloody pulp, and that sends him out of WWE. Or they could do none of these things and just have either Lesnar win and the show ends, or Reigns wins and the show ends. And I think that's the way it goes. I think Reigns wins finally. And it goes off air with him with his fist in the air and everyone booing him out of the building.
There you go.
Garrett.
Yeah, I think Bork Laser is going to choke on a big bowl of ramen noodles this time.
Hey man, whatever. Bork Laser, man. So,
no, yeah, he's got to win, right? He's got to win, right?
Roman. Well, Roman's had to have won the past 4 title chances he's had.
Yeah.
This WWE's way of saying, look, man, Reigns isn't the focal point of the show because he's not the champion.
It's just we keep putting him in the match and making him the focal point of the show. That
right.
Look at how little he's the focal point. He's the focal point. Wrestling is stupid. Not really.
Okay, AJ Styles has held the title 281 days, so it'll be 285 on the current reign.
It'll be over 300 if he retains.
Right, it'll be over 300, and he had a title reign of 140 before. And yeah, so okay, cool. Charlie, who are you taking?
I'm gonna say Roman wins. And then you got KO cashing in that case, and we end the night with KO as champ.
That'll be the second time it happens, right? That Reigns gets screwed. Does Triple H come out and screw Reigns over again and hand the title to Owens?
If the night ends with KO as the Universal title champ, is the Universal champ, are you guys mad?
I mean, he's the only other guy besides Brock that's held the title. So, well, and I mean, Finn for like a day, but like,
I mean, I'd be all right with it.
It would make sense. The guy has won it before.
I'd rather have Strowman retain the damn thing if they're doing that and have him come out. I'm not finished with you.
Oh, dude, that'd be legendary.
That's actually why, by the way, I'm not just being cynical. I think that makes the most sense storyline-wise because like a year ago, you had him and Reigns killing each other, Braun and Roman. So if Roman wins, that doesn't necessarily mean that Braun's still not going to cash in, you know? So
let's just put it this way. What if, because Bray Wyatt has been, him and Matt Hardy, like they've been hinting, and Matt Hardy especially, hinting at their tag team being over on Twitter.
But what if the quest for gold?
What if Bray Wyatt interrupts, comes out of nowhere, anyone but you, Roman, hits him with the Sister Abigail, and then Owens comes out and picks up just devours the scraps, and that's how we get Owens as champ.
That'd be awesome. Anyway,
it's been a while since we saw just Bray Wyatt single star come and interrupt. It was literally last week where we saw him and Hardy do it, but you know, feel good. All right, that's gonna be it. All right.
Wow.
What match over the whole weekend are you guys looking forward to the most? Either of you guys can go.
Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Isn't that cool that you're saying a WWE show, like a main roster show? Because usually it's always NXT.
Yeah.
Garrett, what are you looking forward to?
It's interesting because there's a lot of good matches on NXT, but there's actually a couple of really good ones in SummerSlam this year. Like, he picked the one. I was going to say that as well.
You can be most excited for that one too.
Yeah, but I wanted to give something. I want to give a different answer because there's more than one match that I'm excited for. I think off of SummerSlam, it's definitely Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles for me, just because those are two guys I've been following for years, you know. And I watched them fight a number of times. It's just the next time, in my opinion. So, but you could also make a serious argument for that Baszler's Sane match. I mean, that one could just be insane. So yeah.
Wow. And we're going 3 for 3 on the WWE pay-per-views. Look, and I think NXT, Takeover will be the better show as it usually is, because 5 matches against 15 is a little different.
3 times as many.
Yeah. But I think I think just because of what I think is going to happen, and it's going to be an absolute barn burner. There's no way the match doesn't deliver. Is Ziggler Rollins? I mean, I know we've seen it before, but you know that everyone's been saying Drew McIntyre is the most motivated person in that company right now, and you know Ambrose coming out like a house on fire, and there's no rules between those two guys. Hell, just have both of them take out ladders and chairs and beat each other up on the outside.
Beating the hell out of each other with kendo sticks on the side.
Dude, that's something I've made an argument of for years. You can have a really good non-match, but like brawl on the outside of a match instead of just having a tag match. I mean, I think.
What if like they got so aggressive with each other that like the referee like
ejected them both,
or like ejected them both, and then we kept like panning the camera back to them fighting backstage? Setting up those two. That would be fun. Anyway, should be a good couple days of wrestling, but we also got the International Dota tournament. We got COD Champs going. I'm pulling for EU this year in COD Champs. I'm an Optic fan. It would be cool to see Optic go back-to-back, but Clayster's my boy. Arcides and Pristini, the twins. It'd be cool to see them win. International, I'm going for Optic, but they're 0-3 now, 0-2, something like that. They are 0-2 in group play. Does not look good for Optic. So I don't know who I'm going for. I like Fnatic. We'll go for Fnatic. All right. Anyway, that'll do. We will see you guys next week. Let us know what we got wrong on our predictions. I'll pan over and show you guys my predictions right now, or our predictions right now, I should say. So here we are. Let's scroll all the way up to the top. So the ones that we're all unanimous on: Undisputed, Baszler, Cole. Down here, God, not a whole lot, right? Lashley, Balor, Carmella, Miz, B-Team, Ziggler, Nakamura. Never mind. Rousey, Owens, Reigns. So we're a lot more unanimous on the main card, and then Takeover. All 5 matches are up in the air. You could go either way, and I'd be happy with literally anything, except maybe I don't want to see Mustache Mountain win the title, but
yeah.
Interesting, and I don't really like Sane, but she'd be all right. So yeah, let us know what we got wrong on our predictions. And I'm sure we'll get a lot wrong, because as soon as Becky Lynch wins the title, we're like, well, we lost.
GG's are on the board, boys.
GG's. All right, GG's till next week. Make sure you like and subscribe. Click the little bell so you know when we go live. Ding. And till next time, see ya.